Hi, it's Nick Obea with Access Foils. I'm here at Fin and Foil in Fort Pierce. Chris here, and we're going to go over the foil drive systems. All right. So this is a 90-liter board. This is usually what people like to start on. And with the foil drive, you can get this base plate that you attach the battery to. So on your bigger board, you just put the battery onto the back. It screws right into one of your holes. You don't have to do any major modification to the board. And then when you go to start on this board, you're going to lay on it on your stomach and have a leg on each side of the battery. Start to give it a little bit of throttle. You don't need a lot of speed for this to get going, but you want to be able to plane across the surface of the water. As you're planing across the surface, you're going to bring your knees up underneath you and you're going to stand up. Once you're standing, the stance that you take is basically in order to keep that nose down. So you don't want to get up and start going forward of wherever you stand. You'll get up and go where you stand, and you might move further back in order to pump up on the foil, all right? So when you're going to get up on foil, you want to get up, take your time. There's no rush to do what you're doing. The only person you're competing against is yourself. So just get that speed, nice and easy, feel control, get to your knees, take your time, stand up on it, and then once you're balanced, you might scoot back a little bit. When you go to pump up on the foil, give yourself a nice hard pump and let off the trigger of the throttle, and you're going to just be able to start pumping away with it nice and easy. Once you get used to riding on the big board and you want to start going something smaller, I have a prone board set up, same type of system, all right? And on this one here, I put the foil up a little bit higher, almost as high as I can get it, all right, or the motor, and that way it gives me more clearance on the mast. Now, when you're not engaging the motor, it will not affect your wave riding. There's not really any drag that I feel on it. It cuts through on waves. I can carve with it underwater. It doesn't bother me. But this way here on the prone board, I can mount that same battery piece. Oh, my motor's on. So always want that off. I can mount my battery piece right up to the front foot strap holes. I'm goofy foot, so I have it to the left side. So that way I have this whole deck to play on. And it's high enough up that if I'm using a smaller foil and it's flatter water, I can throttle and I can paddle a little bit to get that planing speed that I want. But then the same concept is, once I'm planing across the surface, I go and I stand up, get myself balanced, and I find that once I move my feet in line with this strap or behind it, then I'm set to pump. And I just give myself a nice hard pump as I come up. I let off that throttle. I come up high, I can pump away. If you're pumping with the throttle going, that motor's not going to go faster than the foil. It's going to basically drag you a little bit. So if your motor's down low and you're trying to pump with it, it's going to keep pulling you down. So once you get that concept of letting off, you're going to accelerate and you're going to come right up out of the water real easy. All right, so let's get you out there and